The horrible game we're playing this time is Tom and Jerry Frantic Antics. I didn't have a Sega Genesis growing up, and this game makes me glad I made that choice. So immediately upon entering the game, you're going to see that the first thing that you run into is a rat on a tricycle. Now, as confusing as that is, I'm just going to leave that be because that's one of the least absurd things in this game.
What?
The thing that I think is kind of funny, though, is that rats are attacking a cat and not the other way around. You would think that as a cat, he would just completely slaughter these things and not actually just care at all. Just, you know, hey, you're a rat. This is what I normally eat. I'm just going to eat you anyways. Nope. They attack him and hurt him anyways. The next enemy that you notice is a rat inside of a car. And the weird thing about these guys is that they honk when they get close to you, like they're giving you a warning. But then they just plow into you anyways, like, well, I warned you. I was coming. Duh. And that would be like if you're trying to cross the street and somebody is coming up to a stop sign and they beep at you and just plow through the intersection anyways. Like, they don't even care. Just boop, boop, and then just plow into you. Well, your fault. I gave you a warning. I honked. So the next enemy that you see is a rat with a shotgun. Why does this rat have a shotgun? Why is it packing heat? The name of this level is called The Streets, so we may have a little bit of a clue as to why this is happening. This might be a very rough neighborhood Tom is trying to get through here.
I'm coming straight out of Compton.
Now, fighting in this game is a horrible chore, because you have no attack that you notice. You do actually have one, but it's really hard to figure out on your own. You have to be sprinting and then press down, and it does this weird roll, and it's hard to aim, and it's hard to use, so I just forget about it most of the time. But you can find footballs lying around that you can throw. There's a finite amount of them, and you want to save these suckers for when you actually need them. And the thing about the footballs is you have rats with guns walking around. How are you even in a fair fight with a football? And one thing that you can do is you can kind of jump on enemies, but not really. Like, a very few select enemies you can jump on. You take damage, but then they die. But it's not really a viable way to kill something because you still take damage from it. And now we come to my favorite enemy in the game. It's the grandmas. The grandmas are my favorite enemy in this game. Now, what is their attack? Oh, well, touching you is one of them, and then throwing their teeth at you is another one. How absurd is this? What, are they petting you overly aggressively? I don't get this. Why does an old woman hurt you when she touches you? And what kind of old women are you allowing to walk around on the street that are just throwing their teeth at stray cats? One thing I think is funny about these old women is that you can kill them. Now, you're playing a Sega game where you can kill old women. Now, this is obviously a children's game, and I don't think parents would have been too happy about the fact that you can throw a football into Grandma's face and she dies. And when you take a look at your health bar, you'll see that it's pretty big, especially after you take your first hit and you notice that the enemies don't do much damage. But there's so many enemies and there's so many level hazards that you take so much damage just trying to go from point A to point B. It is really, really difficult. And like I said, this is a children's game. This is super hard for a kid's game. And you'll also find some healing items. And all around the level, there's these little fish that you can collect. And they heal you just the tiniest amount. Not even like one hit worth of health. It is such a minute amount that it is almost inadvisable to even go after these things. Tom and Jerry was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, and this game really makes me hate them, and I don't want to hate them. Bad jumping controls, weird level hazards, there's even items hidden in pits. Like, you have to jump down there and take a leap of faith to be able to get some items. This was so difficult that the first level took us over an hour to beat, and by us, I mean myself and my wife, and this game broke her too. We did finally get to the second level, and it was so incredibly difficult that we just stopped. So, that was it. That's all we played this game for, is 2 levels and like about 2 hours of gameplay. It's just too hard. Like, it's insane. No kid should be put through this. Well, that's it for this time, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and keep having fun out there. Thank you guys for stopping in. I really appreciate it. This is a passion of mine, and I'm hoping I'm making you guys laugh. That's my whole goal here. And I want to take a second to thank my wife. She does a lot of work to help me out with these videos, and it makes it entirely easier and even more possible to get these out there for you. So, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time.